I saw her in the car.
Like
sitting
this
in
girl.
the front seat.
Yeah, she's taking the front seat.
Who's this girl? Why is she sitting in the front?
I think this is a period that I need to be like in a proper relationship with myself. Like take myself out for coffee dates, be like vulnerable alone, like be in my own space. I want to feel if like I can actually be comfortable being alone, understanding, studying myself and understanding what like makes me happy and what will keep me going as a person.
Hi guys.
Welcome to our very first episode of our podcast, which is the Hot Seat Podcast. So my name is Kiki and I'm with
Zanele. Za.
Yes.
Yeah. So we're so excited to have you guys and hope you enjoy this journey with us.
Yes, and we also hope you like, share, subscribe, and also comment what kind of content that you guys want us to be bringing you.
Yeah.
And I think I'm just so excited that I'm working with one of my favorite human beings. How do you feel?
It's such an honor, guys.
Like, come on. We've been wanting to do this podcast. Like, we've just been like, okay, we'll do it.
Yeah.
Do it. But yeah.
And we just decided to start and just give it a go.
Yeah, and we see where it takes us.
Exactly.
Yeah. So today we've prepared like some few topics for you that we're just going to be like discussing here, how we feel and just our thoughts. You know how it is. So I think we're gonna start by relationships.
Yeah.
Right. Like relationships in general. What are your thoughts when like you hear the word relationship?
Relationships, exactly. And it's not just, I think most of the time when you hear the word relationship, you think of like a guy and a girl.
Exactly.
Like dating. But it's just such a broad term. Because we can talk about your relationship with God, your parents, your siblings, friends.
Exactly.
You know, housemates and things like that. And yeah, so that's what we're going to start off with. And then obviously there are other topics
that we're going to like look into as we progress with the show.
Yeah.
Whatever it's called. But yeah, guys. So okay, Za.
Yeah.
What do you think about relationships? Like just any relationship?
I think it's very important to have a relationship or relationships in general, because as humans you can't survive alone. In as much as you want to be like, I can do my own things,
I get.
and all those things. I'm independent.
Exactly.
You need people, you know. You need to have a community. You need to have friends. You need to have family, people that support you. You know, yeah.
I also think like you should like demarcate the kind of relationship that you have with people. Like you can't share the same relationship that you have with your family members, with your friends. I mean, of course you can, but also there's like a difference on how you like treat both roles in trying to like make your relationship like good, proper. You understand?
Yeah. It's even even as maybe like siblings, right? Like I'll give an example of me. My relationship with my older sister is obviously not the same with my younger sister.
Yeah.
Sometimes you have to like relate with the older person or relate with the younger person,
depending with the issue. Like
exactly.
I understand.
Yeah.
And also when it comes to friends, you know, like you can have like two sets of friends, like friend groups, you understand? And sometimes it's just so hard to balance the two, because you can find that there are other people that are in the other friend group that don't like the other people. So it's also like trying to make both friendships balance, you understand?
Yeah.
Like, but I feel like most of the times people find it very hard, and it can like lead to quarrels, like small quarrels within friends
and
groups.
tension as well.
And tension. So it's about you knowing like, okay, this type of person likes this and the other person likes this.
Exactly.
And like trying not to ever like make them in one atmosphere or situation.
And to also, I think it's also important to like consider the character of a person. You know, maybe there are like some things that I like that you don't like.
That's
and
true.
Finding mutual ground is like very important in a friendship, relationship.
Yeah.
And trying to like not always put yourself first, but also consider the other person.
The other person, that's true. Yeah. It's like our relationship. Okay, to begin with, I don't know. Like, okay, the first time I met you, actually, I just like saw you as like, because you were like a bit quiet, and I just like, this girl like seems so cool, and you're like really pretty, and I'm like to my sister, this girl's like, she's really pretty. Like, I hope I could get to know her better. You understand?
Yeah.
So like, she's quite a nice person. Let's just see how it takes us. And I remember, I think I'm actually the one who started calling you best friend.
Yeah.
And like, that's how our friendship became to be.
Yeah.
You understand?
And for me, I remember the first time I saw her, I think through a mutual friend, and we're going to church. So he had actually invited us to church, and then we decided, along with my sister, that we'll go to church. And then I saw her in the car, sitting in the front seat.
She's taking the front seat.
Who's this girl? Why is she sitting in the front? Anyways, I was like, who is she? I was like, okay. And then she got out, saw her, wearing her heels and everything. And I really admired her. I was like, wow, this girl, like, look at the way she looks. She's so, grown, and she looks so mature.
Come on.
Like, and here I was wearing my sneakers to church. There's nothing wrong with that. But
you actually you always dress nice. Come on. You always dress nice. To be truthful, you always dress nice.
But I was like, wow, this girl. It's like, wow. I always used to admire, I still do up to today.
Yeah, same.
And I even told my sister, I was like, this girl. And she's in the choir. So I was like, God, that girl in the choir. One was sitting in front.
Not the choir, please. Not the choir.
I was like, wow, okay. So yeah, that's when we started talking, and eventually I was like, wow, okay.
Just became like good friends, you understand?
Really cool person. Yeah.
I also like the fact that you're like just very frank with like what you want as a person. I feel also like you've motivated me as a person, because I'm a procrastinator. I'm lazy. I like take time to do my things, right? But if I see you doing stuff, I'm like, I'm very motivated. Like, you are eager to do what you want to do. So I'm also benefiting as a friend, and like, it's so amazing. Understand?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
I think that would take us to like self-love.
Self-love. Self-love. I think, to begin with, right, before you like make any relationship with a person,
exactly,
you first have to like be in a relationship with yourself. Understand what you like as a person. Like, okay, first love yourself before like trying to love the other person. Because now being like having a relationship with the other person while you do not value yourself, it says a lot about you. Like, that's where you find yourself like looking for validation from people or from friends, because you're not content with yourself. You understand? And
I think it's also just hard. Like, how can you... Is it possible for you to love someone yet you don't love yourself?
Well, I mean, I don't know, because I've never been in that situation.
Okay.
But I feel like you're just like in denial. You're like trying to tell yourself that, I actually love this person, but maybe you're trying to project your love to that person. I don't know, like, how can I put it? I don't know, but loving someone while you've not loved yourself, I think it caused like a lot of problems within the relationship.
I also think that you start to expect too much from the person.
That's true.
Yeah. Just even guys, like I said before, we're not just talking about guy, dating,
boyfriend. No.
Like, if I am, if I don't love myself, I'll probably expect Kiki to do more than she can do, because I'm trying to like fill that void that I have to accommodate me. So yeah, I think self-love is very important.
But I feel like with our generation, like, I feel like a lot of us do not actually love ourselves. We're just like lost in the world of trying to please other people, because you want to be seen with the it people, you understand? So you're just trying to like, now you're walking away from who you really are, trying to fit in with the other people.
Exactly.
So, but the moment you realize that, I've got this thing, like I can actually do this thing on my own, you can actually like be a better person. And when you get into relationship, you won't have problems like, stuff like that.
Exactly,
So,
exactly. That is so true. Like, you really need to find yourself. Get to know yourself first.
That's what I was telling myself like just a couple of weeks back. You know what? I'm just like, I think this is a period that I need to be like in a proper relationship with myself. Like take myself out for coffee dates, be like vulnerable alone, like be in my own space. I want to feel if like I can actually be comfortable being alone, understanding, studying myself and understanding what like makes me happy and what will keep me going as a person, you understand?
I remember this one time, I think 2021 when I came, I remember my mom telling me, you should go for coffee dates. I'm like, with who, She's like, by yourself. Just go buy yourself a cup of coffee and sit in a restaurant and like,
enjoy the moment
by yourself. Because I automatically thought she's like telling me to look for someone to go with, like a friend or something. But no, she didn't mean that. She was like, you should go by yourself. It's healthy. You know?
Yeah, going by yourself is actually healthy, and you like gain confidence because you can actually like say no to the things that you don't want because you know yourself.
Exactly.
Now you're not trying to please people. Okay, if I don't like please this person, probably they will like cut me off in their life. So what? Let them cut you off because clearly you guys are not meant to be together.
Yeah, like we said, mutual ground.
Mutual grounds.
Yeah.
So guys, make sure you love yourselves out there.
Please, guys.
This world is just a broken world, and you need your love. You need your love more than anyone else love.
That's so
you
true.
Understand?
That is so true.
Yeah.
So with regards to like self-love, we're just gonna talk about just for a bit dealing with insecurities.
Yeah. I feel like this talks to me as a person because growing up, I believe I lost a lot of confidence growing up because well, okay, don't get me wrong. My forehead is quite protruding, and when you like with your friends and they're just like complimenting each other and they say, "Oh, your forehead is big." You understand?
Yeah.
Those are like some of the things that demotivated me as a child that I couldn't even see that I was actually pretty for my own liking.
Exactly.
So I already had I was insecure about my forehead, but then I came to realize that it's not about what people think about me. It's about how I feel about myself. When I go to the mirror and look at myself, how do I feel? If it makes me happy, then what other people say, it doesn't concern me. It's my forehead because there's literally nothing I can do to like hide it.
Yeah,
See?
that's true.
So,
that's so true. Okay, for me, sorry guys, I don't even know if Dion has noticed. Like, but okay, it's Kiki, but I call her Dion.
It's fine.
But for me, I was so insecure, guys. Like from I think high school, because like
you're grown, you're an adult.
From grade 0, well, that's what we called it, like ECD. I don't know, but we called it grade 0 to like grade 7. I was completely fine, but Form 1, it was like the worst. I got so insecure.
Puberty eating. Puberty stage. Adolescent.
So guys, basically with me, right, I was like, when I was born, something happened, but then my thumb didn't develop completely. So like there was just flesh, and then the bone wasn't there. So then it had to like cut off. But anyways, So when I got to Form 1, I was like, what am I going to do? I'm meeting people that don't even know me. Like I'm going to have to hide my hand all the time, And I was so insecure. And then Form 2, I even got bullied about it by some boys. And that was that.
People have no shame. Hey?
Yeah. But after that incident, right, I like realized that I cried, guys. I cried so bad. And my friends started comforting me, And this one friend of mine, Hazel, she's like not a friend anymore. She's like a sister. She was like, you should tell yourself that you're beautiful.
That's true.
Before anyone else can tell you you're beautiful, you should tell yourself that you're beautiful. And I got myself like little notes, stuck them on my mirror. You're beautiful.
Like you're beautiful.
You know, you're beautiful.
Affirming
you're beautiful,
yourself
you're beautiful,
every
you're
morning.
beautiful. So every time I woke up, I would see that. I'm like, yes, I am beautiful. So guys, with insecurities, I think dealing with them, there are things that you can do by yourself and things that people can tell you to do, and people around you also matter because they can like help you to deal with these insecurities. Yeah.
Also, like the type of friends that you have, because sometimes you might tell yourself, I have friends, but then the things that they say to you actually hurt you because they know that you are insecure about a particular part.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
And then they just make fun of it, not realizing that they're hurting you. So also, but if you have like very good people around you, people that will tell you like, no matter what, you're still pretty. People that are not even like, will tell you on a daily basis, my friend, you're so drop gorgeous. Think it helps. The type of people that like surrounds you as a person.
Because I remember actually there's a time, I think I was like grade 6 somewhere there, and my younger brother, I think he noticed, and he was like, I don't know if it was shock but or what, but he was still like young, and he was like, Za, what's wrong with you? What happened? And I started crying. Then my mom was like, sorry.
Like, why would you cry?
Right? Why are you crying? You know, you're like perfect.
Because you're a baby.
Yeah, she's like, you're perfect. You know, don't worry about it. He's just asking because he's a kid. He wants to know.
He's just curious as a baby. You just want to know what's happening.
Yeah. And she's like, even in future, your kids are going to ask. So you just need to like embrace it.
Yeah, that's true.
Know?
That's true.
Yeah. And I think just that also was like, I mean, that was in primary, but it wasn't like a big thing. In high school, then I realized, you know what, I'm actually going to play my sports. I'm going to play my tennis. I'm going to play my hockey. I'm going to run. I'm going to do
everything.
Do everything.
You're perfectly okay.
Yeah. And then upper 6, right? I was like, it's about to come to that time where I'm meeting new people.
New people again. Come on.
You know? But I just realized that in university, no one actually cares.
No one cares. Like, if you just live in your life, just do what makes you happy.
Yeah. It's not like people will be like, because I always felt like people are like going around looking
like, is everything okay?
Everything
with
fine
you?
with you?
Exactly,
you know?
But it's not like that.
Yeah, guys.
It's not like that.
So we can say that dealing with insecurities, surround yourself with people
who actually love you. Know your friends very well, because you might tell yourself, this person is my friend, but what they do behind your back, it's not it. So better have one friend that you know this person is my friend no matter what, you know, rather than having so many people in your life, people that are not even supportive. What you do, you're trying to do something that they are discouraging you in every form that they can. So just know the people.
But also, if you want to be a friend, if you want to have a good friend, you should also be
a good friend. That's true.
Because don't expect someone to be a good friend
while you're not a good friend. Yeah, you should also like consider other people's feelings, like your friend's feeling. You know that my friend doesn't like this. Yeah. So make sure you also do things that make her happy as a person and as a friend, and be a good. Come on. This world is just so brutal. So the least we can do is like hurt each other and try to fight as friends. Yeah. So
So just being there for each other is important.
Being there for each other.
Yeah. Okay. Moving to Poland.
Moving to Poland.
How was that
for me? Like after my A-levels, I like took a gap year. Not because I wanted to, because I was still like applying, trying to find my university. Because one thing for sure, my mother didn't want me to like be studying in Africa, so she wanted to make sure I'll be like in any of the European countries. Okay. So when I took a gap year, and like after that gap year, most of my friends were now like in school, and I'm like, at home, I'm like, okay, what am I doing with life? Am I even going to go to school? You understand? Yeah. So by the time I got the opportunity to come to Poland, I was like, okay, this is it. I'm going to change my life. The moment I'm in Europe, a lot of things are going to change. But what I didn't know is like coming to Europe comes with a lot of things like depression, anxiety, just being away from family, You'd wish if my mom was here, she could like reason with me, and you're like starting a whole new environment with like different people, you understand, and you do not have any family. Of course, I was with my sister, right? But you just needed like the whole family to be there, like to settle, and you could just like be missing home.
Yeah.
But as time progresses, you understand that you can actually like do it, find something that makes you happy. Because the moment you just like sit idle at home and you don't find your hobbies, what you like doing, obviously you'll be depressed. Come on. Anxiety will like obviously be there. So just find something that makes you happy, activities, I don't know, go on dates.
Yeah.
Go with friends out, whatever you can do just to be like happy.
Yeah. Yeah. I think for me, it was sort of like I built this wall of like, I'm tough.
Yeah.
I was in boarding school, so once I leave home, I'm going to be okay. But the difference is, like, in high school, where I learned we would go home after every 3 weeks, for like the weekend. And sometimes we'd have like what we call the exit weekend, where it's like long, the long weekend
where you're like just
at
with family.
Just family. But now it's like a constant.
You can't even just think of
going home. You can't even just think of going home.
That's sad, man.
But so when I got here, I was like, I'm going to be fine. But yeah, the first year, but now I'm starting to think,
you're actually strong.
I really need to go.
You're actually strong, because I was actually thinking of going back home. I'm like, this is hard for me. I cannot do this. Like now I have to think, what do I need to cook? Oh my God.
Exactly.
I'm just used to like, okay, today we're going to cook this. You can like talk as a family, you understand, and you have a menu. Now, when I'm alone, I have to think for myself. I could like even spend days without cooking, because I'm just like, I'm not used to this.
Yeah.
I'm used to eating with the family and just enjoy. Of course, I also learned at a boarding school, but like Form 1 to Form 4.
Okay.
And I also thought it would be like, okay, I learned at a boarding school. I'll be fine. I'll be fine. But the moment I just got here, I'm like, no, this is just a whole different setting for me.
Yeah,
I'm not used to it.
Yeah.
I don't know people. And for me, it takes like time to get used to people.
Okay.
Understand? I might be like talkative when you know me, but if I don't know you, I'll be like lost in my own world. I'm just like, who are these people?
Exactly.
You understand? Come on.
Yeah. And so, I think the other thing for me, it was a great thing coming to Europe. But then, guys, there are some things that I didn't know.
Like what? Spill the beans.
Like the jobs, man.
Oh! The jobs. People, I don't know if it's people that lie or we just have like a whole different mindset when we're in Africa about Europe.
Because I feel like in Africa, you think, well, for me, I don't know about other people, but for me, I thought, once I get to Poland, I'll be sitting in the office.
Like working.
I mean, yes, it's possible, but, you have to really work hard, yeah.
But, also, I understand why we can't, get office jobs because of the language barrier.
Yeah, I think...
Because they actually want people in offices, but because we can't speak Polish, that's, the hardest part. Yeah, as an African.
Yeah. But it's great that, we're learning the language at school. It's a good thing. I think for me, if I had known that
they have their own language.
Most European countries do. They're so what can I say, passionate about their language.
Their languages, yeah.
If I knew that before, it was sort of like we're always told no, English is the international language. I mean, it is, but then once you go to these other European countries, they also love their language, so they embrace it, and everything is in their language.
Yeah,
the instructions, the
everything,
road signs, everything is in
their
language.
Okay.
Even it's not just Poland. Even if you go to Germany, it's the same thing.
But with German, right? Actually, people are told back home you should learn
Germany.
With Poland, I didn't know you actually there's a language for Polish people.
I think, like you said, you took a gap year, right? I think if we had known that,
they have their own language.
Yeah. It would have been a nice thing that we start learning the basics and stuff. Because for me, it was like, the Chindobre. For me, it's like you get into the store and you're like, right? And you're like, what? You know,
just like smiling, like
Yes,
hello.
you know, at least if we'd known even the basic, the numbers,
Yes,
you'd be
the
like,
numbers.
okay, this is it. This is, they're saying 90, they're saying 100.
Yes.
I think it would have been a good thing. Not even doing it for a year or like just maybe like 6 months.
6 months to like know the basic things, just to so that you can communicate at least.
Yeah.
You know.
So my advice, guys, is if you want to go to a European country, research about their language and try learn their language
before you actually come.
Yeah. Just the basics.
basic.
I think it'll be good enough. Yeah. And also it opens like opportunities, like
It does.
jobs, like you're saying that in these office jobs you need like the language. It's very important.
It's very important.
So it also opens like opportunities.
It does.
Yeah.
It does.
I actually once worked with this girl. I think she's from Kenya. She speaks Polish. It's like so perfect. It's fluent. And she is like getting these nice
jobs. Yeah, because she can speak Polish.
Good paying jobs because she can speak Polish. And I was like, if she can do it, I think we all can.
Yes, we can do it.
If you're interested, definitely.
So now we just limited on where we work, because now you have to look for customer services that like specifically want English people, because I can speak French, I can speak Spanish. I only have English is an international language. So make sure you just do some basic research about the country that you're going to and understand their language.
That's so true.
That's it.
So what is like, I don't know, maybe if you don't want to disclose this, but I don't know, what was, or so far, the hardest job that you've done?
Okay. I think the hardest that I've done was actually chicken factory. I don't want to go there ever in my life. Because listen, I couldn't even like stay for a month because my hands were like swollen.
Yeah.
In the morning, I would like wake up crying in the shower, like, why are you even going there? But then you just need money. If you don't have money in Europe, you're constantly depressed. Come on. Because you need money. And I just told myself, you know what, Tio, and you're strong, you can do it. I was just trying to like motivate myself, not knowing that I was like actually hating myself. Because where I was working, I was like unskinning the chickens. So like on their machine and they're moving. And if you skip one, they will start shouting. Like, what's happening? I'm just like, I can't do this. So like, I think I just worked for 10 days. Then like, I'm done.
Think for me as well, I think I realized that Polish people are really hardworking.
They are like hard working.
Like this, they work
like so fast. Like
and they're
same pace from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m.
You know. And I was like,
dang.
wow. I think it's different from like back home, because back home you can like hustle.
You can hustle, but hustle. Come on.
Yeah, you can't do that.
Yeah, you can't.
Yeah, you know. So,
but I think for me it was like chicken factory, and I also worked at like this other factory, but like it was for meat. I feel like I really enjoyed working there, because in as much as they were like trying to not like sit, we're just standing like the whole 12 hours, but like they were actually good people and we ate nice food. Come on. And it was just like a nice place, just being around. So I didn't like feel I was actually working in a factory, because even the people that I was working with, they were actually nice. So I'm like, oh, okay, I can do this. And I think I actually worked about 3 months there. I was like, okay. So it was okay.
I think for me, the hardest was like this cold room factory place. That was like hard. It was cold. It was really cold. And it felt like it was just 8 hours, but 8 hours felt like 24 hours.
24 hours.
So I left. I was like, not. But the best so far, it's like this cosmetics place. That place was wonderful.
Where you guys were doing perfumes and stuff. I heard.
It was great. And it was so, like you're saying with the one that you went to, the people were really friendly and
yes,
you know, everything, even the kitchen was like really accommodating. There was like a microwave and everything was just nice. So, you know, you can get like hard jobs
and like easy. And I also tried like babysitting.
Oh, really?
And I had like the best baby in the whole world. That baby was so cute. And it's just like the fact that, you know, I just like had a little connection with the baby. Of course, like he would cry sometimes. You know how babies are.
Yeah.
But I really enjoyed every moment with that baby because he was just drop gorgeous. And it was like 6 months. I was like, oh,
that's so sweet.
that was so cute.
That is so sweet. And I'm sure, like you said, with the depression, like with these jobs and you're feeling this pressure. Because sometimes I think you're told life in Europe it flows. It's easy. Like as if the money just falls.
Yeah, exactly.
And you just always like leaves. Like you just pick up.
Now you understand when you're back home, you're like asking money from people who are like overseas. You understand how like it's not easy sending money.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I think you just in general in Europe, people work.
Yeah.
People work.
You have to work.
You have to work for you to get what you want. And there's no way around that.
You
can't go through the short corners.
There are no short corners.
You can't do that.
Straight to the point.
Yeah. That's so true.
Yeah, so that's...
Yeah. But like, I'm sure people do go through maybe like depression.
They do.
Due to like the work and, you know, feeling anxious about like, if I don't work, what am I going to do?
Yeah.
And sometimes we would have been told, can even raise money for your school fees.
For your school fees, child. It's not easy. It's not easy. I mean, you could. I also feel like it's about the city that you're actually like in.
Exactly.
Because like Lublin is just a student city.
It is.
Like there's other jobs that are actually like accommodating.
Okay.
But like people who are in Warsaw, some people are like having 2 jobs like customer services and they're working and they're raising their school fees, which is fair and fine. Okay.
Yeah.
But if you come to the city that I am and you expect to raise your school fees, I better forget about it.
Yeah.
Unless if you're gonna move to another city and just be doing your lessons online. Okay.
Yeah. But for like nursing, it's a bit difficult
because your course is already demanding. Come on,
you need to go. You need to attend those practicals.
Yeah,
and it's
attendance is also like
it's very important. But yeah, so I guess like you said, it differs with the town you're in.
Yeah.
So maybe they should bring more jobs to Lublin.
But I don't see that happening. So as soon as we're done with school, we're leaving Lublin. If we're like planning to stay in Poland like for like maybe 2 or 3 years, you just like move to a better city and like start working. I think it becomes like better, bearable.
Yeah,
effect.
it does.
Yeah.
It does. It does. Yeah. So, I think that's it.
That's it for
now.
For now, we'll be coming back. So, guys, make sure you subscribe, like, share, and comment. Also, like, comment what you like to hear on our podcast, like interesting topics. We'll be here for you guys.
Yeah.
Come on.
And I think the next episodes will make them more
interesting and broad, and also like
so expect more, guys.
Yeah.
Expect big things. More interesting. Don't worry, we're bringing the content.
The content is coming and it will be consistent with the work.
Yeah.
Yes. So thank you guys. Till next time.
Bye.
Bye.